Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video I'm going to be going over the first 5 things you should be doing once the Conquest update goes live. Obviously it can be a bit overwhelming that first day trying to figure out what you're going to do first, but I think if you do these 5 things in the order that I say, you're going to have a better experience overall just off the get-go, and obviously you're going to be a bit more chilled out with it. It's not going to be like frenzied for yourself. You're going to have a plan, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is my plan, so it's completely up to you if you want to follow it or not, but this is my idea for the first 5 things you should do when Conquest goes live. Now, the very first thing I know a lot of people are going to think about is do your pulls, pull everything, get all of those tokens pulled. But I would actually say you can lead this for a little bit for multiple reasons. Number one, this isn't actually a time-based priority. You don't need to pull straight away to get your rewards. They're going to be there in an hour. They're going to be there in 24 hours. They're going to be there in 48 hours. You should do other things first, which actually depends on speed, like getting things unlocked, that sort of thing. But also, and this is the most important part, sometimes the tokens don't actually update straight away when the update is released. So if you get a bit too excited and come into the pull section and just try and pull all your new stuff and it's actually not updated and it's still all these old wheels with the old S-class characters on them, you know, 5-star ascendables, you're going to be absolutely gutted. So I would say hold off and make sure the wheels are properly updated. You'll get a new gold mythic token wheel, a mythic recruits wheel which is going to be mainly silvers, a prestige wheel which is identical to a mythic's recruit wheel, and then the new select recruits where all your 5-star tokens will be translated into and all your 4-star tokens will also become select recruit tokens. But like I said, this is not the priority. It was very much important for me to put this out first because I know a lot of people are going to just try and dive into doing pull straight away. So that's how I'm going to do it. Hold back, probably wait a little bit, just make sure everything's updated first. There are other priorities. Now, the second most important thing I think you should do is actually do a stage of Conquest. You can do this by going to the world map. It will say world map initially, and then afterwards it will update to say Conquest where the world map button normally is. You can just do one stage. If you do one stage, it will unlock the lieutenant system for you in your town hall, but it will also unlock the new resource gathering mechanics within your town hall, and you can start getting those new resources straight away. It's not going to make a massive difference if you do this 10 or 15 minutes into, you know, Conquest going live, but the sooner you do it, the sooner you start earning new resources, the better. You can also do all 15 of these stages straight away. You can only do 15 Conquest stages per day, and I would recommend doing 15 every single day because this does increase the amount of resources you're going to be getting from your town hall. The first stages should be absolutely fine to complete with S-class characters, so you don't have to get your mythic characters first to do this. You should be able to make it through just with S-class characters on your first 15 stages. The third thing you need to do is start upgrading a training grounds. I think it is quite a big priority to get a training grounds to level 30 or at least level 29 to basically unlock your potential of actually training gold mythics in the training ground. If we click on one of my live region training grounds, they are level 20. Training grounds are getting expanded to level 30 when the Conquest update comes out. If we look at this training grounds here over on the beta regions, you can see that it is level 30 and there are a lot of new things in here to train. I'm going to be going over this hopefully in detail, just giving you an idea of what I think is the best way to, you know, progress within the training grounds. But as we go forward, you can see you can unlock trainings to do silver mythics. But as we go all the way to the end, and I believe it is numbers 26, 27, 28 and 29, you can get gold mythics potentially. It is obviously trait dependent. So at 26 we have alert, 27 we have fast, 28 we have strong, and 29 we have tough. So you should advance to whichever one you wish to train. Again, I'm going to be bringing a bit of a deep dive on the training grounds in the future. I just have to make sure my math is correct before I publish that video. I would say it's extremely important to do this upgrade to your training grounds as soon as possible, and you can go back to doing Conquest after doing the initial 1 stage from section 2, just because obviously time is important. There are also 4 territories that can reduce the time taken to get your buildings produced and upgraded. The territories are as follows. If you zoomed in, you can see they've all got the same logo. As you can see, it's this logo over here where Fortified Motel is. It's basically just a house with a timer on it. Makes sense. Minus 10% time for all building construction upgrades. This one has it over here, Fortified Motel. We also have it here at Gas Station. And then I think we have 2 more down here somewhere. We have it here at Prison. So another 10%. And the last one is up here, down here at Southern Strip Mall. So it's basically in a line. You can see the 4 in a line, and if you get all of them, they all stack. So you'll have a massive reduction in the time to upgrade buildings. But like I said, you might only be able to get them all, or even 1 or 2 of them for an hour. But that hour will obviously have a bit of a reduction, and then it will go back to normal, and then you can have a bit of reduction, go back to normal. And I think that's going to be the way it's going to go. Kind of like when initially the town unlocked, people were trying to get their town hall to level 30 really quickly. Now we're going to move on to the 4th thing you should do when Conquest Update goes live, and I think at this point you've pretty much got past all the time sensitive things in terms of minutes can just give you a little bit more resources, can just get things upgraded a little bit quicker. It's good to do those as quickly as possible. Now we're going to move on to the museum, going into your mythic tokens, and this might take a long time for you depending on how many characters you have. But every character obviously that you have at tier 2, level 110 or higher, you'll be able to claim mythic tokens, and these mythic tokens are going to be used to claim mythic characters. There is a massive list of characters. This is in a beta region, so you can just see the characters that I had off the get-go here. And you're going to be here for a little while. The longer you're here, the actual better it is. Even if it does take a bit of time, you're going to obviously have a lot of mythic tokens. And that's where you can claim your mythic fighters. As you can see, your first token will go towards Rick. Now, your tokens are not consumed, so obviously it is accumulative. If you have 1, it will go towards Rick and every single other collection. But you might have to get more for the other collections. You definitely have to get more for the other collections. There is obviously bonus rewards on top. I'd say at this point, it's okay to claim all of this as much as you can and basically get all the rewards. Get all the mythic tokens you can get, and then obviously get all the mythic characters you can get. Now, once you've claimed all of your mythic tokens and got all the mythic characters you can achieve instantly, you'll get into this brick wall situation with something called mythic keys. Now, the mythic collection key works exactly the same as the mythic collection token. Once you get one, it just stays with you and it counts towards all the further collections. You can see after the second collection, every collection needs more keys, and here we go, more tokens, more keys, and it progresses like that all the way up to the last gold collection, which is going to be Alpha. So this is the most you're going to need for the last gold mythic collection, but there will be more that you need to obtain to get the extra bonus rewards. And this leads on to the 5th thing you should do once the Conquest update goes live. And that is quite simply to go on to your story campaign. And you can do this quite easily by clicking on the story campaigns button on the left hand side when you're in Conquest, as it will take you to the new story campaign missions. But also, if you want to get back to Conquest, you can see the Conquest button is on the left hand side now. Whichever one you click last is going to be the one that opens up when you open the story campaigns or the Conquest. Pretty easy to navigate around. But as you can see, there's a brand new area. There are actually 2 brand new areas. You complete both of these and you do get mythic keys. As you can see in the top right hand corner, expected mission rewards are going to be coins, mythic keys, XP, materials, food, and lots of gear. And this is where you're going to be able to farm the new gear. You have to complete an entire area to get a mythic key. So let me just show you how that works. So we have managed to complete the area and it is unlocking the next one. We won't show you too much of the story, but as you can see, you get coins, you get mythic keys, and you get other stuff as well. But it's mainly the mythic keys we're looking at. And as you progress through more of the world stages, you'll pick up more mythic keys to be able to unlock the extra mythic characters in your museum. And then you can come back to the characters that needed both the mythic keys and the mythic tokens and just claim away. This is how you can get them. It isn't going to be super quick, but it isn't terrible. It's mainly just pushing you towards the new content. Doing the new world maps will enable you to get new drops as well, because this is where you can get the top end gear. So this is very much win-win-win-win situation for you as a player. So that's pretty much it. My top 5 things you should be doing once the Conquest update goes live. Once you've given it a few hours, maybe up to 24 hours, you can go back to that first one and maybe look at see if the wheels have updated. There's no huge rush on those wheels. That is just the most important thing. I just don't want anyone pulling before they've actually fully updated, because that would be terrible. As a little bonus entry though, guys, on top, just try and have fun. This is going to be quite overwhelming, I understand, but there's a lot going on. But it should just be fun. This is a game after all. I'll be showing you hopefully the 5 steps for you on a live stream as the update goes live. But that is the end of my video today, guys. If this was useful for you, please hit that like button. If you aren't already subscribed, please think about hitting subscribe. Thank you very much to all the people who have already hit that subscribe button. It makes a massive difference. That is the end of this video today, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.